If you want to get the newest games update, then I will recommend you all to subscribe this channel right now, because our team will update the game frequently with cool and new MMORPG and RPG games that have a high graphic games. So some of the games have an early access, beta testing, new release, or even upcoming games that we all need to anticipate it. Remember to like this video to reach 200 likes. Thanks. Top 10 Best RPG and MMORPG High Graphic Games for Android iOS 2024 You must know. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Code Seigetsu. Code Seigetsu. This is the best new anime action RPG that looks like a Genshin Impact killer. The gameplay has the similarity, which is we can switch the hero between 3 characters, and every time we do it, then the next hero will make a continuous action to hit the target. Code Seigetsu is a semi-open world anime games action RPG hack and slash gameplay. We will be able freely to explore the world and ask the NPC or blacksmith to upgrade the weapon, but we should get into a dungeon to hunt the monster. Seriously, the dungeon has a very wide area that we can explore into a hidden spot to obtain a treasure chest. Code Seigetsu have the best combat mechanism, so we can create a combination combo attack by combining some action button skill and holding down the basic attack to blow the enemy into the air and see what happens when we do a grappling attack on the air. Is very satisfying action RPG games. The games let the player reveal the energy to unleash the regular skill and powerful ultimate skill. The character creation look really gorgeous with a great weapon and armor appearance. There is male and female heroes we can collect as well. Code Seigetsu is the best new brand anime RPG action hack and slash game that we need to play for Android iOS in 2024. Prometheus or Ring of Fire. This is one of my most anticipated action RPGs with a fast combat hack and slash game that's full of dynamic action. Finally, the developer launched the first beta and I was totally satisfied with the gameplay. It has a beautiful skill showcase with a great flashy skill color. The combat mechanism of Prometheus of Ring of Fire is we will be in a team within 3 heroes. They all are switchable anytime without any cooldown. I didn't find any element system, so it's up to us on picking the best hero based on our combat style. We can hit the enemy to recharge the energy. Actually, it has 2 energy that always build up every time we successfully land a hit, so we can unleash the ultimate skill and also the support skill. Right now, the game is only available to play in 3 map stages and also showing the 3 heroes introductions with their full skill. Prometheus or Ring of Fire is top new RPG games for Android and iOS 2024. Aelier R Rana. Finally, the developer launched the first Aelier series with a cross-platform features, so we can play this game on Android, iOS, and even on PC. Such a great movement, and honestly, I can see how they take it seriously on making this sequel. Everything done perfectly with more simple gameplay, because it has a dungeon-based game in a turn-based combat system. The combat mechanism lets the player set up the team first before entering the battle. The items are one of the most important things that will change the situations become an advantage, because the items will cause a massive damage to a single enemy. In a combat, make sure we are focusing on the burst panel to maximize the burst skill into the enemy. Every hero will have 3 actions we can select, which are basic attack, regular skill, and burst skill. I really love how the skill visual effect looks. It has a special scenes with a great animation skill. Every time we finish the battle, then we will receive the material or ingredients for doing a synthesize to create some useful items. The game is full of voiceover in Japanese, but the subtitles are in English, which is really good. Aelier R Rana is the best anime RPG game for Android iOS 2024. Music Project Stars. Music Project Stars. I am pretty sure you will be surprised with the main gameplay. Even this game has a MMORPG concept, which is multiplayer in role-playing game, but it doesn't have any combat mechanism. The gameplay is a fully open world game where we can use the auto button to follow the main missions. It has a huge world, especially in the city. There are so many objects we can approach and interact with them. The game will start with a main hero selections of male or female, and the characters. The appearance is very detailed. We can adjust every single face to create your best own role. The main gameplay is a rhythm, so it's full of relaxing beat and fun song along the stage that we are in. We need to touch the tune in the right timing and the precision tuned. The more successful tune we have, that will cause a snowball effect and will create a combo. Then the main score will get higher multiple times. Did you surprised with the gameplay? Please write in the comments. Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves. This is the best action RPG open world anime games for Android, iOS and PC that will break the games industry. The developers keep updating the new dungeon, and it will be connected with a specific heroes and their own background stories. The attention to details is really important to notice, like every hero will have their idle movement and it will represent their individual personalities. The combat mechanism will deliver a unique combat style in a realistic movement. It will get more dynamic than the last update. It will create a beautiful martial arts and weapon art style combat, while in the air and also at the ground. While in the combat, make sure you always master the exclusive parry move and action as well as the evasions to deliver the extremely paced, so the player would easily enjoy the battle experience. Seriously, the developer successfully take the player feedback by balancing the frame rate while in fighting, and also the character will get the aim assist to make the player lock the target easier and stable. Wuthering Waves is the best anime RPG hack and slash game for mobile. Star Stride. Star Stride. Finally, this game worked perfectly on my phone after I tried the first beta and got some laggy issues, but then right now Star Stride MMORPG is really enjoyable to play in many aspects. The connection is getting stable and also the graphic visual is run perfectly without any problems. This is one of the best new MMORPG with a different concept with a common MMO right now. We'll play a robotic based hero with a cool armor on us. There are so many classes that are available to pick. It's about 6 variety job selections with their own different weapon and combat style. When I enter the city, it seems like we are in the general spaceships. So futuristic city it has. In the open world, we'll find so many cool creators monster with an amazing size. They all seems not really aggressive even we pass through in front of the monster, and they still not come aggressively on us. So we must take an initiative to hit first. The combat mechanism has a fast movement and action. Every skill will consume some mana, but we can frequently press the dodge button to avoid the incoming attack. When we hit the enemy, there is a combo button that will appear shortly. Star Stride is one of the best new MMORPG high graphic games for Android, iOS. Solo Leveling Arise. Solo Leveling Arise. Listen carefully, this new RPG is made by Netmarble. I know what you are thinking, and so do I. Hopefully this developer will create a no pay to win RPG games on mobile, so his game can lasting longer on mobile industry. Right now we can clearly see how the gameplay and how the character's introduction is. It's in actual footage scenes. I really love this version. It has a character with a different weapon, but I can't see if we cannot change the equipment appearance. It seems like the costume, and hopefully the character able to get a new skin, so the player would become more enthusiastic. The game's genre is an action RPG with a dungeon base. The FX skill is really flashy with a super fast combat. It has been confirmed that it will become a cross-platform for mobile and PC. Hitori no Shita. Hitori no Shita, the Outcast. Finally, we get anti-mainstream game with a great hack and slash game without any weapon. Just imagine most of the character will play in a bare hands to fight. No sword, no javelin, and no bow. It's purely an action RPG. This game is a story-based game with a dungeon system to let the player get into the combat. Sometimes in the game, there is a story that we need to explore the area in a small range. The combat mechanism looks pretty realistic in movement and action because the developer take the real martial arts and put the action into a motion captures. That's the reason why the game looks so aggressively unreal in combat. In combat, dash is really crucial to learn and master. The enemy has such an unpredictable move that only we should anticipate it before they land in their hit on us. Make sure to keep hitting the enemy to recharge the energy and unleash the powerful skill. I love that the effect don't take so much flashy skill, which is we can see in combat clearly. Hori no Sita, the Outcast is the best upcoming game ARPG for mobile 2024. Blade X. I will keep recommending this game for you as the best no pay to win RPG games Android iOS that has an English version. Seriously, I played this game since it released on global and I can easily pass through every stage by my own character without spending any. How is the developer creating a high graphic game no pay to win RPG? It's pretty insane. The combat mechanism is very good, which we can learn a new extra action combo skill as long as we keep upgrading the heroes. The game has an element advantage base, so it's become the most important aspect for us on determining which hero will become stronger over the enemy and make the enemy become weaker and the damage dealing will get higher. The boss rate and the dungeon rate is really hardcore. We need to upgrade the level, equipment, relic several times to pass through the dungeon, but it's pretty easy to get the material by doing a daily mission and daily dungeons. This is the best new release English RPG high graphic games for mobile 2024. Art Night and Feel. If you're looking for a new experience gameplay with great graphic RPG game, then this game would be your best choice. We will start playing on the area full of abandoned factories and it has quite darker vibes and not with a glossy color at all. The UI designs gets my attention a lot. It has a very clear and clean UI on the screen that makes the player would enjoy playing the game longer. The gameplay of Art Night and Feel is we will explore the semi-open world area and reach out the enemy by come closer to them and approach them from any directions. The combat mechanism is really interesting and very up to date, which will play in a strategy RPG like a Final Fantasy system. All of the heroes will do an automatic basic attack and we only need to focusing on the skill. When the portrait ready, then we can drag it into the enemy you will target it on, and the time will getting slower to make ourselves having enough time to deciding. Art Night and Feel is the best cross-platform RPG games for Android, iOS and PC as well in 2024. Blade and Soul 2. Bonus, Blade and Soul 2. As the bonus, this game would be a great game to try, but I don't think it would be a great game to keep playing because it has fully autoplay at all. The mission and also the combat can play in auto, but actually it's a very good game for a gamer who loves to play a casual MMORPG, which is it has a great graphic and detail. But I notice if the developer seems to lower the graphic and it makes more players enjoy the game on their smartphone because it runs smoother. The gameplay of Blade and Soul 2 is we can transform ourselves into a strange creatures and significantly increase the power of speed, attack, strength and durability. Thanks so much for watching this video and hopefully you all will enjoy it and like the video to support this channel Game Mobile HD Graphic to keep consistency uploading the new game MMO and RPG for Android iOS in 2024.